What charges were brought against defendants in the WWII War Crimes Trials? In recent discussions surrounding World War II history, a question has emerged that captures attention. What charges were brought against defendants in the World War II War Crimes Trials? The significance of these trials continues to resonate today as people seek to understand the accountability for actions taken during the war. The trials, particularly the Nuremberg Trials, were monumental in shaping international law. They addressed the actions of key figures in the Nazi regime and established a framework for prosecuting war crimes. The charges stemmed from the principles laid out in the London Charter. This charter defined three main categories of crimes. The first category is crimes against peace. These charges involved planning, initiating, and waging wars of aggression. Notable defendants, including Hermann Göring and Rudolf Hess, faced accusations of conspiring to wage aggressive war. This was seen as a direct assault on international peace. The second category is war crimes. These charges included violations of the laws or customs of war. Defendants were accused of committing acts such as the murder and ill-treatment of civilians and prisoners of war. Atrocities like the massacre of civilians and the use of forced labor were highlighted during the trials. The evidence presented illustrated the severe violations of human rights that occurred during the conflict. The third category is crimes against humanity. This encompassed acts committed before or during the war, including murder, extermination, and persecution based on political, racial, or religious grounds. The Holocaust stands as the most horrific example of these crimes, where millions lost their lives due to the systematic actions of the Nazi regime. Defendants were charged with either participating in or overseeing these heinous acts. The Nuremberg Trials set a vital precedent for international law. They established that individuals could be held accountable for their wartime actions, regardless of their official positions. Following the Nuremberg Trials, other trials, such as those held in Tokyo for Japanese officials, followed similar principles. The charges brought against defendants during these trials have continued to influence how the world views accountability in times of war. Understanding these charges helps us reflect on the past and consider the importance of justice in our current global landscape.